The question is that the motion be agreed to. I call the member for Wannon.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. And let's call this motion for what it is. It is just plain, pure politics, with people in regional and rural Australia. It is a disgraceful motion and it follows disgraceful action by the Labor government in the lead-up to the last election, going out to communities and promising things that they knew they could not deliver on and would never deliver on, providing false hope and doing so, providing that false hope and playing with local communities. It was a disgrace what the Labor Party did with this round 5 in the lead-up to the last election, and this motion is a disgrace because it follows on from that despicable behaviour. I remember having to go to the small community of Pomonal where they had been promised some money for their hall, promised by a Labor Party government using a political stunt to try and wedge hard-working local members by playing games and explaining to that community that that was what this was, that this was a Labor Party that was spending desperately, going out into local communities, promising this, promising that, knowing that they would never be able to deliver on it. Meanwhile, good, hard-working coalition MPs were going around talking to their communities, trying to find out what projects they wanted, what projects they needed, and then having the discussions with the local communities saying the Labor Party have made a mess of our budget situation. The Labor Party cannot run an economy. What we are going to have to do is try and fix the nation's finances. But in doing that, we will deliver on local projects, but we can't deliver on all of them. We can't just splash the cash around willy-nilly, because ultimately, in the end, someone has to pay for it. And you look these people in the eye and you say to them, the way that this Labor Party is going about governing is it will be your children that will have to pay the price for this mismanagement. It will be your children which will have to pick up the tab, pick up the bill, and that is why we have to be responsible. And that is why we will selectively look at projects, work with you and hope to deliver them for you. And it was easy because you explained the Labor Party's record with round 2, with round 4 and round 3 of the RDA, where they spent the money, not in areas that the community wanted it spent, but they spent it in areas for their own base political purposes, and the community understood that. And then all of a sudden in round 5 there they are saying, oh no, we'll just splash it around here and splash it around there. We'll splash it around everywhere. And the community was sick to death of it. They won't buy into these political games that you play. Get serious about how you go about developing policy and developing your community engagement, because if you keep playing these types of games, you're going to have a very, very long stint in opposition, and a very long, deserved stint in opposition. In my electorate, the electorate of Wannon, we are going to deliver on the projects that we took to the election. And I'm proud of those commitments that we took to the election. $10 million for an integrated cancer care centre, $25 million matched by $25 million for the Great Ocean Road to repair and upgrade it, $3.2 million for the Conda Hotspur Road to fix it and to improve the productivity regionally, because to make it safer for our schools buses to carry the school kids, and to make it safer for mums and dads driving along those roads, and to make it more efficient for those log trucks. That had been an RDA priority through round 2, through round 3 and round 4, and yet when they came to splash the cash in RDA round 5, the Labor Party didn't even consider it. This is a sham of a motion. You were a sham of a government and you deserve a long time in opposition.
The member's time has expired.